Part D, let's isolate the squared term. How are we going to do that? Add 3. Get rid of the square by taking a square root. But now we have an additional step. Remember, our goal is to solve for x. We're currently adding 1 to x. We got to subtract the 1. Put that number in front of the plus or minus. Sometimes students put it after and then think they can combine, in this case, the 11 and the negative 1. You can't do it because the 11 is underneath the radical. See, that wasn't bad. Let's look at E. All right, give E a go. All right, isolate. What do we do with that 4? I lied. What do we do with that 8? Subtract. What do we do with the 4 then? You can't distribute. Why can't you distribute? Because there's an exponent. Exponents before multiplication. We have something squared equals a negative number. What type of answers should we expect? Complex, imaginary. So, taking the square root of both sides. Oh, I don't need that parenthesis there. I'm going to clean this up here. Square root of negative 1/2 is the same thing as square root of 1/2 times square root of negative 1. Square root of 1/2 is 1 over the square root of 2, because you can square root each part. Square root of negative 1 is I. But we have to rationalize that. How do we rationalize that? I's not in the denominator. What's in the denominator? So how do I rationalize the square root of 2? What do I multiply top and bottom by? Square root of 2. I multiply top and bottom by square root of 2. What do I get? Over. I'm going to put the I at the end, but what you said was fine. As long as the I is not underneath the radical. So now, solving for x, what do I do with this 1 here? Subtract it. Again, put it in front of the plus or minus. And now we're currently multiplying x by 2. How do I undo that? Divide by 2. If I divided everything by 2, on the left-hand side I have x. On the right, I'd have negative 1 divided by 2. That's negative 1/2. Plus or minus. What is radical 2 over 2i then divided by 2? There you go. Radical 2 over 4.